Alright guys, how are you doing? So yeah, first I need to apologise for the issues with the videos. We've been having a weird glitch and I don't know whether I've fully resolved it, but I think it's working for this video whereby the sync of the audio is not quite working properly. But anyway, hopefully we've dealt with that now. So as you can see, I've got my new mega hat on, Make England Great Again. So, now America's been made great again, I think it's time we move over to Europe and start making England great again. And I think we are going to hear that word, that mantra, a lot more over the next 4 years. So remember this video if you're watching it, and we'll see where we are in the next 4 years' time. But England's rough at the moment. We get people getting put in prison for saying things on the internet. Um, Taxes are just through the roof. Energy, we've got the highest energy bills in the world, as far as I'm aware. Um, Yeah, so we need a lot of help over here. Um, but I am hopeful that if people see what's going to happen in America for the next 4 years, if people start seeing that over here, um, they might things might change with Nigel Farage in 2029-ish, 2028. Um, but yeah, it's rough. I mean, everyone over here just don't dislikes Trump because of the media rhetoric again and again. So it's going to be pretty challenging. But anyway, on with today's video. So what we're going to talk about today. So I just wanted to remind people a little bit of Valence Nutraceuticals. If you're not aware of Valence Nutraceuticals, it's basically a new brand of supplements that we're using on the program. Um, if you want to get an automated supplement report, which includes Valence, then you can go to my hair analysis software, which is www.hairanalysis.report. But yeah, we've added a new review system. We're always getting reviews all the time, amazing reviews to be fair, on Instagram. So if you've got Instagram, go and check out Valence Nutraceuticals, and yeah, check out our testimonials. We always put the stories on there. But we've added us a testimonials and reviews feature onto the website, and we're getting quite a few reviews come through. It's only really been working for the past several days. But I will say, if you do buy something from us and you do leave a review, whatever review you want to make, you are going to get a nice little discount sent to your email address. So we are looking for more reviews, and like I said, whatever review you want to make, you will get a discount, because we just want more people to just tell us about how good or bad. We're not gonna be annoyed if someone leaves us a bad review. But we get so many good positive reviews, and I think that's one thing that is a real foundation of any good product, is the reviews. At the end of the day, if you are using a product or a product line and you don't have people talking about it a lot and telling you how good it was, then really, how good's the product? Do you know what I mean? So one thing that's actually astounded me with the Valence supplements is how many positive reviews and feedback that we get from individuals. It's quite amazing, to be honest with you. I've never really seen a product like it. I'm obviously in a bit of an echo chamber, but even I'm just blown away by that. So yeah, just a quick reminder about nerve calm. So if you are in sympathetic dominance, if you struggle with sleep, if you're more in a sympathetic state, so you're a fast oxidizer, check out nerve calm. Nerve calm, when I tried it, has gone like straight to the top of my list of like kind of most favorite supplements. One of the things that I struggled with over the years, and I think a lot of you who are listening probably do or have done as well in the past, is just feeling wired. That wired feeling that's when that sympathetic nervous system is out of whack. You know what I mean? So one of the things that nerve calm will do is calm that whole system down, and yeah, we're getting a lot of great feedback on that. I got a testimonial for someone got in touch with me like 2 days ago, just saying, "Wow, they just can't believe the difference they feel with just taking 1 or 2 capsules of the nerve calm." And yeah, peach fuzz. This is a hair serum. Aaron from Redox Stasis on Instagram, he's been the mastermind behind all of the formulations. Really, he is key. We've all got our key roles. I'm sort of like the tech guy, and Aaron's the formulator, and Matt does a lot with marketing. We all come together and we make quite a good team. In my opinion. But yeah, check out Peach Fuzz if you're struggling with any sort of hair loss or anything like that. I am going to talk on these videos more about mineral balancing and nutrition and whatever you want me to really talk about. So I am going to try and do them regular, like probably every day, Monday to Friday. Once we've ironed out the issues that I'm getting at the moment with the syncing and stuff, I'll probably end up doing it live, which allows people to ask questions live. But if you do want any questions answering, then just leave them in the comments section. And then on the next video, I can get around to answering them. All right, cool. So, what's this? Oh yeah, this is an interesting meme that I saw yesterday.
Freaky in them sheets. It's 8:55 and
The reason why I found this quite based actually is because although it's quite a funny meme about going to bed early, going to bed early is probably one of the low-key best things you can do on the program. When it comes to circadian rhythm, a lot of people struggle with getting their hormones correct. And one of the key things that a lot of people have is they have sort of energy at night time and they feel really, really tired in the morning. And that's actually called adrenal inversion, whereby the adrenal gland hormones are more elevated at night time and in the morning they're much more fatigued and tired. And this is one of the things that keeps people stuck in a burnt out pattern because the body, in a sense, keeps itself really wired at night time. It's not rested, it's not rejuvenated. So when a person actually goes to sleep, they're kind of full of adrenal hormones. And then when you wake up in the morning, the adrenal hormones have been pumping out. The adrenals have been pumping out hormones so much in the previous evening. There's none really to get the individual up and going in the morning. So one of the key things to actually get out of adrenal inversion is to try and get to bed earlier. 9 o'clock's a good time. 9 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock is a good time. Well, not as good as 9. But essentially what happens around 10:30, I've personally found, but it's around 10:30, 11 o'clock. If the body goes into a sort of sleep cycle when it starts getting dark. So the body essentially prepares to rest and go to sleep. And if the body is awake for a long time after it gets dark, the adrenals will end up kicking out hormones to keep that individual awake. And it happens at around 10:30 p.m., 10 to 10:30 p.m. And if you can try and get to bed before that happens, even if it happens while you're just resting, you're not actually asleep, you end up feeling way better in the morning. You feel way more rested. Um, and initially you will probably still feel tired in the morning, but it's going to take time for that adrenal inversion to fix itself. And people don't really appreciate how powerful it is to help towards healing, and how powerful it is in general, just to ensure that them adrenal hormones are not getting pumped out late on at night time, because it doesn't do you any good whatsoever. Um, this is a video posted by Elon Musk. I mean, if you're not on X yet, definitely get on X and follow Elon. I mean, he really posts some good quality stuff, in my opinion.
I hate them so much. And I really think they deserve it. And it's not just that they lie about everything. It's like they lie about everything and then they have the nerve to morally judge us. Like if you just watch even just the last few weeks of the Trump election, they're not in the business of reporting the news. They're totally just in the business of making you feel like you're a bad person if you don't fall in line with the regime. America has this giant war machine, right? Like we're just always at war. We're the most war-hungry country in the world. Even if we're taking a little bit of a break from a war, we'll fight 2 more proxy wars while we do that. America looks back at the 90s, Bill Clinton, as the time of peace and prosperity. We call it peace because we only fought a war in like Serbia and had a blockade around Iraq and were like bombing the crap out of Iraq with a few other military interventions in there too. You know, the UN estimated that Bill Clinton's sanction and bombing regime of Iraq, okay, everyone just thinks of George H.W. Bush's war and W's war, but Bill Clinton was bombing Iraq his whole, and you had a full blockade around the country.
But yeah, I mean, the key point really is just, mainstream media just being exposed as the propaganda wing of the Democrat Party, essentially. And, Americans have woke up and, hopefully the mega party is going to start rising up in England because, um, like he says, let's just listen to the first bit again.
I hate them so much. And I really think they deserve it. And it's not just that they lie about everything. It's like they lie about everything and then they have the nerve to morally judge us. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, the amount of lies that they actually present to the public, and then yeah, like you said, they morally judge you for wrong decisions that they deem wrong that you make, like supporting Trump, for example. It's absolutely disgusting. It's a cesspit. The whole media is a cesspit. And there's a big, actually, a lot of people in the UK want to defund the BBC because they're the same. They're just a puppet for whoever they want to be. Usually the Labour government, the left-leaning party. So yeah, RFK, he's on it, man. He's on it. He's going to uncalcify your pineal gland whether you like it or not. So he's coming. Don't worry about that. And finally, this come out I think in the past 24, 48 hours about the border czar, Tom Homan. And if you listen to some of his stuff, what's interesting is that I've seen a lot of posts in America and even in England about people complaining about people who illegally entered the country being deported, and I really do struggle to wrap my head around that because they've illegally entered the country illegally. They shouldn't have done it. And you don't know who they are. Same in England. England's the same. England has really severe issues with illegal immigration. And these people are coming into the country. You don't know who they are. You don't know where they've come from. A lot of them, do actually throw the passports away to try and get away from being deported. But we don't deport them anyway. A lot of them are into drugs. This is a fact because we've had reporters going into these camps in France, and I'm sure it happens in America as well. Most of them are actually men, especially in England. I can't speak for America, I'm not an expert in that, but most of them are men, most of them are young. A lot of them are into drugs, a lot of them are into alcohol. And at the end of the day, they've come from vastly different cultures. I read recently about in Iraq, they're actually wanting to reduce the age of consent to 9. That's just that is disgusting, backwards thinking, horrendous thinking. And there was saying that apparently, like I said, I'm not an expert in that, but I know that is something that they're trying to push in Iraq. So what I'm trying to say is that a lot of these people, and then at the end of the day, they're coming into the country illegally, so they shouldn't be there. And a lot of people say they've come with children and this, that, and the other, but they have come illegally. Do you know what, you know what I mean? You cannot get away with it. If you do something bad in America or in England, you know, if you murder someone or you do something bad or you know, a drug charge or whatever, you're taken away. Do you know what I mean? And you know, when it comes to the children's situation, you do obviously have to be um, gentle around that area. You can't just be ripping kids away from their parents. But I think probably the healthiest thing to do would be to deport the people that came in illegally with their children. You know, so as that you don't have to take in separating them. Um, I think there was a bit of an issue in Trump's past election, but the bottom line is they came into the country illegally. Simple as that. They came here illegally. You know, so this the border czar he sounds pretty good, and I think he's gonna really clamp down on this sort of stuff. So he's saying the illegal animals coming across the border, 31% of women their journey get raped by criminal cartels. Children get raped. I've talked to little girls as young as 9 that have been raped multiple times. I mean, that's just makes your stomach churn. I mean, you know, I've got a kid now, so it makes it even more poignant, that sort of stuff. I mean, ugh, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, the death penalty needs to come in for stuff like that. If you're doing anything like that, and it's proven, death penalty, as far as I'm concerned, anything to do with raping, you know, don't even want to say it. It makes me feel sick. But anyway, let's listen to Tom Bowman.
Run it again. And we know what happens to these children, Sean. And look, the illegal aliens coming across the border, people need to understand, 31% of women that make that journey get raped by criminal cartels. Children get raped. I've talked to little girls as young as 9 that have been raped multiple times. These cartels are animals, and that's why President Trump's going to take them off the face of the earth. They have killed more Americans than every terrorist organization in the world. And President Trump is committed to calling them terrorist organization and using the full might of the United States Special Operations.
Yeah, I mean, anyone that disagrees with that at the end of the day is mentally unstable, as far as I'm concerned. So, you know, let's see what Tom can do. And yeah, finally, you know, this is a big thing as well. You know, the Democrat Party raised $1 billion and ended up in debt. Clearly cannot work with money well, wastefully, you know, spending money. And to a point whereby, you know, it reminds me a lot of when she actually left people on the night of the election. She went home and went to bed. Similar thing. You know, imagine all these people coming to work for her thinking that she's going to change the world, change the country, this, that, and the other. And then, you know, at the end of the campaign, they don't get paid because they've just been bad money managers. So, so yeah, I mean, if people just can't see that, then you know, you can't really do anything about that. But just keep sending them links to X and, you know, different platforms with the source material. And you know, we'll get there in the end, and hopefully we're going to see that change in the UK too. But we have the exact same things as America did before Trump got elected. You know, massive government spending, massive illegal immigration problems. You know, free speech is, I mean, yeah, it's on the brink of going, really. And a lot of it's due to a very small minority of big-mouthed people. And it's the woke mind virus. Like Elon Musk says, it's the woke mind virus. Got to get rid of it. All right, so fingers crossed this video is going to be better with the syncing issues. So we are moving forward slowly but surely. My plan is with these videos to try and get better every time, whether it be technology-wise or, you know, better delivery, whatever. But if you do have any questions, pop them in the comments. I will try and get round to answering them on the next one. This is going to be sort of like whatever sort of comes up, news style videos daily. whatever I find interesting, really. And I think, pretty cool. I look forward to it anyway. All right, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.